And tonight, we're sitting with a case that has haunted a family, a community, and anyone who's ever wondered how a 20-year-old mother of three simply disappears. I'm actually on the road working this week, filming from a quiet little corner of my hotel room. But some stories can't wait, and Rachel's is one of them. This is the story of Rachel Nicole Good, a young pregnant mom from Elkton, Virginia, who vanished on October 18, 2003. Her family is still searching, still fighting, and still begging for answers. So come sit with me, grab a coffee, because this story stays with you. Before anything else, Rachel wasn't just a name in a cold case file. She was a daughter, a sister, a mother, a friend. She was remembered as fun, full of energy, the kind of person with a great personality, who walked into a room and uplifted everybody. A genuinely good friend with a heart of gold. Her family describes her the same way, loving, protective, and always checking in. She called her brother every single day, and that detail becomes really important later.
It might be another year, might be another 2 years, but they gonna get caught.
The investigation into her out-of-character disappearance still active. Family members look back on the events since that day.
She never thought something like this would happen to her because she didn't think that,
I mean, I've rode every road in this county. Just doing something, looking in the ditches and, in the dumpsters and, just hoping she was there. I mean, at least you could know where she was at.
She never met a stranger. She was very gullible. She thought everybody was her friend. She would literally cry if somebody didn't like her.
20 years ago, on October 18th, Rachel Good's friend saw her for the last time. She had plans with a friend the next morning and never showed up. That's when her family went to the Rockingham County Sheriff's Office to report her missing.
The dispatcher said, "This is odd." She said, "We just got a phone call from the police officer in Elkton saying if anybody happens to come up here to file a missing persons report, to make sure that they are sent back down there to him."
So her family headed to Elkton, where they met with then Chief of Police Richard Poulin.
He takes and introduces me to Adam Williams and says, "This is the officer that'll be filing a missing persons report." So then we sit down, and the whole time that we're sitting there, Adam Williams gets the paper out, and he's shaking. He's shaking. I mean, he is shaking all over.
In the days that followed, everything turned on its head. Rachel's family learned from some of her friends and through letters found in her apartment that Rachel had been having an affair with Williams.
And it was just more and more information that was coming out, and we were finding out, that she had been, she was pregnant, and that he wanted her to get an abortion, and that she didn't.
The case was eventually turned over to Virginia State Police, and Adam Williams went from lead investigator to the prime suspect.
Everything's just been kind of jerked around, and then he got an attorney, and he pleaded the fifth and refused to do the lie detector's test.
In the weeks and months that followed, police searched far and wide for Rachel, but to no avail. Williams has remained the prime suspect, but to date, no charges have been filed.
I'll go somewhere and I'll sit and I'll watch young women walk by, and I reckon people think I'm crazy, but I think, why can't my daughter be out here? Why can't she be laughing and joking?
Rachel's father, Kerry, has his own theory about what happened to his daughter. He's filed a wrongful death suit against Williams, which is still open but has been stalled.
The Bible says all knees will bend and all mouths will confess. They're going to get caught. It might take 30 years or 40 years or 25 years or whatever, but it'll come to pass.
Rachel's mother doesn't believe her daughter will ever be found.
The Bible says, leave them alone, and vengeance is mine. And once you have blood on your hands, you can't run from yourself.
On the evening of October 18th, 2003, around 6 p.m., Rachel was seen hanging out with friends behind the Elkton Volunteer Fire Department near the coin laundry off Spotswood Trail. As the sun went down, her friends watched her get into her Dodge Neon and drive away. That was the last confirmed sighting of Rachel Good. She never made it home. She never called. And for someone who checked in every day, that silence was immediate and alarming. When Rachel's mother reported her missing, she remembers the Elkton officer taking her statement, shaking so badly he could barely hold his pen. That officer was Adam Williams, only 22 or 23 at the time. He was assigned as the lead investigator for the first 4 days. During those 4 days, he entered Rachel's apartment and collected evidence. Later, Rachel's family found letters between her and Williams that suggested a personal relationship, something that had never been disclosed at the start of the investigation. To this day, people will ask why the case was assigned to an officer who allegedly knew her personally and why he didn't rescue himself, especially in a small town where everyone knows everyone. 10 days after Rachel disappeared, Elkton police handed the case over to the Virginia State Police. By late summer of 2004, authorities announced Rachel's disappearance was now considered a homicide. A special grand jury was convened. Investigators quietly confirmed that the same officer from the early investigation, Adam Williams, was considered a person of interest. He denied wrongdoings, later resigned from the department in 2003, and moved out of the state of Virginia. He has never been criminally charged in this case. Over the years, Rachel's family has been open about details they believe matter. They say Rachel believed certain people wanted her to end her pregnancy, something she refused. Her brother has said that Rachel called him every single day, but after she vanished, that phone never rang again. He said if my sister had left on her own, she would have taken her phone and would have called. Her father has spent over 20 years searching. He said, I just want to bring my daughter home. Rachel's body has never been found. She was legally declared deceased in 2010. There has been a wrongful death lawsuit, special grand juries, FBI involvement, state police involvement, a suspect publicly acknowledged by family, but still no resolution. Officials have confirmed their person of interest has not changed in years. They know where he is, they monitor him, and they consider this an open, active homicide investigation. And in the words of Commonwealth's attorney Marcia Garst, he is not forgotten. We are coming for him. Over the years, people have raised questions out of frustration, not accusations. Questions like, could Rachel's phone have been tracked in 2003? Were all locations searched? Did investigators follow every movement of the people involved? These are the same questions her family has asked for 2 decades. Rachel's father once said, if you find out who did it and execute him, it won't bring her back. I just want the truth. After 20 years, the Good family doesn't want revenge. They want answers. They want closure. They want Rachel found. Before we close, I want to share something from Rachel's mother. She believes people are scared to come forward, scared of what might happen if they speak. But she wants you to know, it is never too late. If someone out there knows something, even the smallest detail, she encourages you to come forward. Your information could finally bring Rachel home. If you have any information about the disappearance of Rachel Nicole Good, please contact the Virginia State Police or submit a tip. You can remain anonymous. Rachel is listed on NamUs in the FBI Missing Persons database. Links will be provided below. Thank you for sitting with me tonight. These stories matter. These families matter. And the truth matters, even decades later. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and take care.